So on today's Podmas, we're joined by three lovely ladies from the Mastermind group again. We have got Rebecca, Charlotte and Teresa, but I'm going to let them introduce themselves. So let's start with you, Rebecca. Tell us all about you and what you do.
Hi, my name's Rebecca and I run digital halls with my mum. We set it up in technically 2018, but we officially launched in 2019. And we are a social networking community for everybody who shares the life of the horse, be it you're a rider, you've ridden previously, you have a business, you just associate with horses, you just have a passion. So yeah, that is basically us in a nutshell.
Amazing. Charlotte, tell us a bit about you.
I am Charlotte and my business is Fruit Bat Textiles. I am a hand weaver, dyer and milliner, and I design and handcraft luxury accessories primarily using British wool. And yeah, I do everything basically. I dye the yarn, weave the fabric and make the finished pieces myself here in Somerset.
I'm going to use all the wrong terminology now. I'm doing a signal of moving fabric up and down before you swing the little thing back and forward and do the weaving. What's all that called?
I'm not sure. Is it warp winding? Maybe winding the warp and then it has to go on the loom.
Is it the wafting? Is there something to do with wafting?
There's no wafting going.
Well, you've done a video on it and I was mesmerised by it.
What was I doing?
With oh God. Yep. It's like maybe it's not a piece of wood. In my head, it's a piece of wood, and you run it back and forward.
The shuttle.
Yeah, the shuttle.
Yeah, that's got a weft in it, not a waft. Yeah, so the warp is the bit that goes on the loom. It's fixed, it stays, it's straight, it doesn't go anywhere. Yes. The weft is what you throw through with the shuttle. And sometimes I have heard stories of people throwing them so hard they end up getting stuck in the wall. So they do go at some speed when you get going.
I mean, that is possibly a viral video right there.
Yeah, right.
Saying that. Teresa, tell us about you.
Hi, yeah, I'm Teresa and I am Teresa Lewis Art. I started in 2019 and I am a mixed media artist, but primarily dealing with equestrian art, animal art, farm animals, wildlife, pets, and I produce gifts and cards and I do commissions and I'm in sunny Suffolk.
Excellent. So what does Christmas look like for you? I'm going to start with you, Charlotte, because now I've made an absolute fool of myself with the shuttle flinging. Let's just carry it on.
There's a lot of moving of yarn going around in the weaving process, so totally not your fault. Christmas for me is always a big family thing. I know, a lot of people look forward to presents and things like that, but for me it's the quality time I get to spend with my family. I am one of 4 children on one side of my family, and then I have an older sister with my dad's side of the family. So yeah, it's just a chance to actually spend some quality time, because our lives are so busy. So we spend a lot of time, playing board games, eating lots of food, drinking, making a general fool of ourselves really together, and having a good laugh. So yeah, that's one of the most sort of pivotal parts of Christmas for me.
I love that. I think people do get obsessed with the kind of presents and the stuff, but actually it's a really good opportunity when everyone is not working, because you kind of and it's a great opportunity to kind of connect around that.
Definitely.
So Teresa, what does Christmas look like for you?
Christmas is completely the opposite for us, because my other half, Barney, he works for the NHS, so they treat Christmas Day as a normal working day, and he's told me yesterday that he's now working Christmas Day and Boxing Day. I'm originally from Wiltshire. I don't have a huge family, and normally my brother, who's now in Scotland, and I take it in turns to sort of pass mum back and forth every other year, because my dad passed away about 10 years ago and I've got no grandparents left, and Barney, his parents have died as well, so everything's quite quiet for us. You know, we don't have kids, so generally it works out that in the morning we do the animals, and he goes up the farm and does his thing, and then we do a bit of present opening. We then potter about, I cook the dinner, and then we just crash in the evening and just watch rubbish telly. So it is generally quite a quiet affair to what I was used to as a kid. But it's fine. It's you know, it's a time to chill out because we don't have a lot of sort of downtime. Mum is due this year, but because of obviously Corona, I'm not sure whether she's going to come up or not. So we shall see. So it might be 3 or it might be 2.
I think, you know, you've got to kind of make it work for you, haven't you? Because I think I've spoken about in previous Podmasses, you sort of see this sort of perfect picture on social of how it should be, and I don't think I've met anyone that's ever had a Christmas like these pictures of, you know, people being happy.
Yeah, exactly. You see all these people going, oh, aren't we having a wonderful time? And I'm just sat there sort of like in my onesie just going, yeah. So I don't get too sort of het up with it now. It's just a chance for us to kind of breathe and just chill a bit, obviously, when he gets home from work. And that's you know, and that's fine too, but it isn't the picture perfect. Everybody's passing presents, and you know, it's fine.
No one has that, I don't think. I mean,
no.
Rebecca might tell us differently.
Yeah.
How does your Christmas look?
Well, it's different, I guess, because my dad's in Asia. We have to plan Christmas quite far in advance, so all our socials will be planned through November and December, so everything's ready to go. We start cooking at the beginning of December and start like making stocks and sauces and like accompaniments, because we make a lot of food, because my mum will cook traditionally for sort of, we'll have anywhere between 5 or 10 people, but we'll cook for 3 Christmases, because we have Christmas Day with our family and a couple of friends, and then my other half will drive over, so we have Christmas 2.0 on Boxing Day, and we do the whole thing again, and then yeah, so we do a lot of cooking and a lot of driving. Dad will fly in, my brother will fly in, so it's just a lot of sort of shuffling around, cooking a lot of food, and then yeah, just sort of dying in the evening with some TV and a glass of wine and just being very quiet. But yeah, it's trying to make, I think, Christmas as Christmassy as possible for my dad, because in Asia they do it, but in Korea their technical Christmas is actually September, so they don't really celebrate Christmas. It's not a red day or anything like that for them either, so they don't work, but they actually work on Christmas Day generally and do stuff like that. So it's a very different thing for him. So to come back to the UK and actually have all the traditions, we go to a local pub and we go carol singing and drink with everybody that we've been friends with for years, and we live in a gorgeous village. So yeah, they try and keep it as traditional and as Christmassy as possible, but it's just like, it's very encompassing with food. Generally everything is planned. They will start thinking about different dishes and side dishes we can do for Christmas the next few months. I've got to make the Christmas pudding this month, and yeah, so it's yeah.
Is there room for one more? Is there room for one more?
Everyone come over. Honestly, we cook so much. We have 2 fridges, we have 2 sets of freezers. Like, it's like me and mum will cook everyone.
I love it. I love it. We sometimes go over to my in-laws and they have quite a different Christmas. They have like, because my mother-in-law used to cook for like the world, and I think one Christmas she just snapped and she was like, I'm not doing this anymore. So we have like cold stuff on Christmas Day, which is great, but when they come here I'm like, no, I'll do it. And then Dad and I split it between us, and you know, we'll be poking the turkey on Christmas morning going, you reckon that's, if we cook that, that's going to actually defrost? It's been in the fridge for 2 days, but it's still pretty hard. Oh God. Okay, so now it's time to promote one thing that you do connected to Christmas. So Teresa, we'll start with you.
Okay, so for Christmas this year, one of the things I love doing the most are the commissions, because a lot of people will order them for Christmas or for birthdays, but Christmas is a really special time, and I love it because I will often get a message through, maybe on Christmas Day or Boxing Day, and telling me the reaction of the person who's received their gift. And last year I had one who was like, my husband is in tears, because I'd done this lovely commission of the dog that they had now and the dog that they didn't, and I put them both together. So commissions are my top product, I think, really. I do Christmassy things like baubles, but for me the commissions are the piece de resistance, because they're so unique as well, you know, and very, very special to that person. So I feel quite blessed that I'm allowed to have a part of their life, if that makes sense, and bring something nice to the table. So that, yeah, I'd say my commissions are my thing.
And so they kind of live on as well, don't they? I know that no one here is going to kind of say, oh, you go and get a plastic toy, but they're the kind of things that like live on and keep giving for years and years, don't they? So if someone didn't want a commission, you do smaller products as well. So think about your smaller items. What would be a small product that would be great for like a stocking filler or something like that?
Well, stocking fillers, actually, I do stockings, Christmas stockings. Well, they're big Hessian sacks, actually, which could fit about 2 small children in, or lots and lots of presents. But generally around Christmas, I love doing a Christmas, it's like a tree decoration. It's round, flat bit of metal hanging off with a bit of ribbon. But the tradition for myself and my best friend who lives next door is every year we will buy each other a bauble. So I decided that it would be quite nice to do like a limited edition bauble with one side with the design, and then on the other is the year. So it's something. Now we put up all the ones that we've given each other, and it's just nice. It's a bit of like, oh, I remember that one, and you know, there's memories attached to that too. So this year, my 2020 baubles, I'll have 3 designs and limited edition, and they are just really well liked, because I think they're small, but there's a lot of thought that goes behind it when somebody thinks of a gift like that.
Yeah, definitely. I love that. What about you, Charlotte? You better go for 2 as well, because I've broken it.
Okay, well that's kind of cool, because I couldn't decide between 2. I was looking over at my little display thinking, oh God, what do I choose? So there's 2 products that are probably the most popular at Christmas. One is my small scarves. So they're about 25 to 30 centimeters wide and 2 meters long. But obviously I sort of, this time of year, I will start making these things, and I will just weave as quickly as I can and make as many of these things as possible. Yeah, it's crazy. So each one is completely unique, and one of the things I love about the scarves is you get to see a bit more of the fabric, a sort of larger piece of it. And obviously my work is always inspired by my home county. You know, I spend a lot of time in the Somerset countryside, and so the colours and everything come from that. But what I find really interesting is when other people buy these things and they give them to their loved ones, they seem to spark memories for other people of their home. You know, oh, this reminds me of somewhere I went in Scotland, or you know, somewhere in the Midlands or something. It's really funny how other people connect it with their home. Yeah, it was inspired by mine. So yeah, they're always a popular one. And the second one is the Winter Headbands. Again, each one's one-off. I tend to make them with offcuts from the bigger pieces, like flat caps and things like that. So again, each completely unique. And they're both the sort of thing you can, you know, be given in the morning, and then when you go out for a nice walk in the afternoon, you can wrap up in your new scarf or your new headband. And yeah, so they're definitely the most popular ones. Obviously the scarf is, you know, if you're someone a bit more special, so you're willing to spend a bit more money, whereas, you know, I get lots of, you know, I'm buying this for my cousin or my niece or my nephew with the headbands and what have you. So they're quite a good sort of mix of price range wise. So yeah, those are probably my favourites.
I think as well with both of, you know, yourself and Teresa, it's lovely that they're gifts that do like live on and have got memories attached.
Yeah.
And also, you know, I think particularly this year, we're very much pro supporting small business more than ever before.
Definitely.
And it's nice that you can buy these kind of gifts at different price points that support small businesses, but actually are going to fall within most people's budgets too. So
yeah,
big win. And I know obviously, Rebecca, you're slightly different because you are a social media platform. I don't know how you're going to answer this, but I'm excited to see.
I don't know how I'm going to answer it too, but I kind of do. So we are currently, as you know, we are rebranding, and probably by the time this comes out, our new logo will be launched and everything like that, which is so exciting. We've had great feedback so far. And in the spirit of basically we don't derive any income from digital horse at all, we're looking into products, so leggings and jumpers and coats and stuff like that, just sort of things that we already do have, but we're buying them with the idea that we will make some sort of profit off them for putting straight back into digital horse. So everything that's bought, it will just go straight into more development and hopefully the app one day, which is so exciting because I'm itching for the app, but it's just one of those things where it's going to take a lot of time, it's going to take a lot of money, and we need to start somewhere. So it's one of the things that we'll be doing. And then around Christmas time as well, the new businesses pages will be live. So there'll be a subscription base for businesses to have basically more features and more access to the users on digital horse, sort of like advertising sort of things. So those are the only two things I can really talk about as far as Christmas projects, but that's just because they will be coming out around that time more than there'll be Christmas-based products. So.
I think as well, just people using the platform, because as you say, one of your kind of key USPs is that it's a hate-free platform. I know anytime I've spent on it has always been really positive. So particularly around Christmas, whether you're feeling positive or negative, or you're having a challenging time, or God knows what's going to happen this year, it's a nice place to be, to connect with people, to spend some time, and to feel uplifted and positive after those engagements.
Exactly, and like you said, everyone is championing small businesses. Yes, okay, we do have some large brands on there, but we do champion and push the smaller businesses. I know we share everything that anyone in that mastermind posts, and then for other businesses as well, we try and do the same thing. So it's always about the positivity, spreading the sort of, as it were, the love and the positivity of your life, your business, your riding. If something's happened, if someone's stressed, Christmas is not a great time for some people, and it can be very highlighted through mainstream social media. So it's a positive place to be, the right place to be, as it were, for everybody.
You're right. Charlotte, have you got a time hack that you could share connected to Christmas or the run up to it that's going to help make our listeners' lives just a little bit easier?
Oh God.
I think that's a yes.
One of the biggest things I hit with my customers is, and I'm guilty of it too, is waiting to the last minute to buy your presents, especially if you're buying from a small business. I'm sure Teresa will appreciate this. There's a time scale involved if you want something specific. With my workload at the moment, my cutoff probably would have been and gone by the time this has come out a long time ago. So yeah, I always end up with disappointed people that can't have exactly what they want because they've left it too late. So I think, and I have started taking my own advice this year, plan earlier with the presents, especially if you want to support small businesses and handmade items. And then it just means you can actually enjoy the run up to Christmas as well, rather than it all being a mad thing like the week before. Oh my God, so and so hasn't got a gift. So that's probably my biggest time related Christmas issue.
No, that's a good one. Actually, as well, you can sometimes, depending on your kind of delivery options, you can save a few quid on the delivery as well, because rather than thinking I have to have it here next day or signed for next day because I've left it so late, you can have it on a longer service. So it's a money saving tip too.
Absolutely.
Rebecca, what about you? Have you got a time hack to help people?
Well, we start planning Christmas now, the next few weeks and months. We really do. Everything's listed out, be it food, gifts, who's coming, what sort of airport runs we need to do. All that's planned way before December, just because otherwise, between me being in Cambridge and my brother could fly into Stansted or Luton, and my dad would fly to Heathrow, you just kind of got to coordinate everybody's kind of shuffled together at the same point. So we just plan a lot.
Plan some more.
Yeah, pretty much. And then with the business on top, it's like, we really need to plan more. So because we don't close on Christmas like most people, most businesses. We're still active, we're still doing stuff. So yeah, there's still people on digital halls, there's still people on Instagram. You've got to be there to moderate, but also engage and yeah, be a part of it all really. So
good one. How about you, Teresa?
I think pretty much the same as the first with Charlotte, really, is trying to plan it in time. If I have had people asking me for commissions like 3 days before Christmas Day, and in my terms and conditions it says it will be a turnaround of about 28 days because I have other commissions and, well, I have a life and doing other things. So I think it is, again, the planning. Last year I was still boxing up things on Christmas Eve for locals and dropping them off. But yeah, I think a big thing, especially if you want to support small business, is to plan ahead a little bit and to also remember that it's quality, not quantity. I think that's really important as well, because I think you know, you can buy mass-produced things and go, oh, lovely socks, that's amazing. Again, and you know, the small businesses bring that extra little bit of heart into it, I think, for me. So I think, yeah, just plan ahead a little bit, give small businesses a chance to get your order on time and sorted for you.
Definitely. Now we're moving on to the random round, which I'm excited about because I've forgotten what's written on these. I'm probably going to say that on every single Podmas episode because I have got a memory like a sieve. And I'm adding new ones in as we go. So, right, the first one, which I've folded up really small. This is a good one. Hopefully. I'll start with you, Teresa. Do you like New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve, yeah. I don't really like New Year's Eve very much because there's two reasons. One, because I can never stay up till midnight. I normally want to be in bed by about 9, but also, unfortunately, nearby we have a famous ex-supermodel, and she puts on the fireworks over, and it's just literally about half a mile away. So I'm normally stood there wanting to be in bed, but standing there with the Sedolin and a glass of something in my hand, just making sure that the horses are okay, because it's so loud. You know, and it's that one day of the year, and that's fine, but I have to make sure they're sedated and they're calm, and all the doors and, you know, are shut and everything else. So it's very spectacular, but it's very, very loud. So not particularly a fan of New Year's Eve.
That sounds like a rubbish New Year's Eve. Anything that involves a sedative, I don't think makes a good evening.
No, I mean, I wish I could sort of have a little bit too. I think it rattles the windows. It is very, very loud, and it's an amazing display. I just wish they would use silent fireworks, to be honest, or not use them at all. But it is what it is. So
fair enough. How about you, Rebecca?
Was that Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve.
Okay, so New Year's Eve, I find it quite pressurizing. I don't know why. I think I always feel that, oh, you have to be awake, bubbly, vivacious all evening. And anyone who knows me, I like to be in bed by like 8:30, 9 o'clock. So staying up for those extra sort of 5 hours is not great, but it does mean I get an afternoon nap. But yeah, I just find that there's quite a lot of pressure that you have to have a good time and everything like that. And I'm very lucky. My other half has this amazing gift to light up a room, and everything and everyone around him is very positive and happy. So we always end up having a good New Year's Eve. But I always stress that it's sort of, we kind of have to try and plan and move things around. And my dad, with being career, he was 9 hours ahead, so he'd have his New Year's Eve on his own, so we'd Skype in the afternoon and we'd do all that with him. And then it was kind of like, well, we've done New Year's Eve now and we've still got another 9 hours to go. So it was sort of, it's having it twice in one day when you feel pressure anyway. But yeah, I do enjoy it. I'm not a big drinker. I just like hanging out, being quite chilled about the whole thing.
Good call. Good on you. How about you, Charlotte?
I don't know, it's a bit of a funny one, isn't it? I always think it's pumped up a lot, but as somebody who doesn't really go out drinking, it's never really been a big thing. Again, I just tend to go around to my mum's and we watch Jules Holland and the Hootenanny, and we all cheers and sing when it's New Year's Eve. I quite like the idea of the fresh start and everything else. I love that, but I get so excited about Christmas. I think by the time it gets to New Year's, I'm like, yeah, okay, we've done this now. Can we move on?
Out.
Yeah. All the excitement's run out of me.
This one is hopefully a little bit easier. Roses or Quality Street? Charlotte, come to you first.
Roses, 100%.
Yeah, I'm with you actually.
The strawberry one especially.
And also people don't like that one, so you get more.
Well, you see, that's the problem. When I was a kid and I lived with my dad and my older sister, who's probably can hear me because she works above me, she'd always nick the strawberry ones, so I never got them. So now whenever I have one in my own house, I'm like, right, I mean all the strawberry ones, even though nobody else is here to nick them, I feel this compulsion to eat them all right straight away.
I love that. I love that. How about you, Teresa? You're a Quality Street or a Roses girl?
What's the one with the little green triangle? Is that Quality Street?
Quality Street.
Because they do obviously the strawberry creams in Quality Street as well.
They're not the same though.
I like the orange creams too. So it's noisette triangles for me. So yeah, I'm going to have to go with Quality Street, I'm afraid.
Ooh, right. The decider is Rebecca.
You're not going to like me. I don't actually really like chocolate.
I knew that was coming. I just knew that.
The only chocolate I'll eat is dairy free, so it's mood free. So yeah, I eat that. I buy it in bulk, so it's disgusting how much I buy. But yeah, I don't like normal chocolates and milk and stuff. So
that's a very good point, actually. I've literally just gone dairy free in an attempt to help my skin. So I didn't even think about the fact that I won't be able to have dairy milk or Quality Streets this year.
I feel like
it's really great, honestly.
It's really interesting. I have lacto-free dairy, but it didn't occur to me with the chocolate thing. You don't sort of associate it to you. Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay.
I feel this question couldn't have been pitched to a worse audience. I'll be honest. Jesus.
Awesome. Love it.
Well, I mean, I'm nervous about this one now, but it's going to be fine. I'm going to start with you, Rebecca. What is a tradition for you or your family?
What time of year? Christmas time, I'm guessing?
Yeah, let's go Christmas.
So an enormous Christmas meal. I guess it starts Christmas Eve. So Christmas Eve is always a game pie, and then Christmas Day is always the big meal, and then 2.0 on Boxing Day. But the tradition for us, I guess, as well, is that during the week, me and my mum give up for one night and we have an Indian. So we just
fab. I love that. I love that tradition. How about you, Teresa?
A tradition which has been long-standing from my parents is turkey and chips on Boxing Day. So I do the main meal sort of, as per standard on Christmas Day, and then Boxing Day is the turkey, cranberry sauce and chips, and or sprouts. I'm not a sprout lover, but Barney likes them, so that is standard with lots of ketchup.
That, honestly, I'm up for that. I love a chip.
It's amazing. It's great. It's because the day before, I have to cook everything. So normally I've got the windows open because I've char grilled the turkey or whatever. So the next day it's just easy to just have it cold turkey with chips. I feel a bit more relaxed then.
That sounds great to me. How about you, Charlotte?
Yeah, there's a lot of food related traditions again. I mean, the first one for me, my birthday's in October, and it really annoys me that you start getting Christmas stuff in like September. I'm like, no, there are so many things between my birthday and Christmas I do not accept. I love Christmas, as I've said, but Christmas should start after Remembrance Day is out of the way, in my opinion. So I get really annoyed. But there is a garden centre that opens up their Christmas display normally around my birthday, and I'm a bit of a sucker for going to that like on my birthday or around my birthday. That's the only bit of Christmas I'll allow that early on, but otherwise it's food related. You know, we have cheese boards on Christmas Eve, and we have a big meal together on Christmas Day, and then we do cold meats and what have you on Boxing Day. So yeah, our family time revolves around food, basically.
Nothing wrong. It is what Christmas is all about, overindulging all the food.
Yeah.
So tell us where we can find you all. Let's start with you, Rebecca. Where can we find you on all the places?
You can find the website Digital Horse at digitalhorse.co.uk. On Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, it's Digital Horse UK, and LinkedIn, I think it's Digital Horse UK now. If it's either Digital Horse or Digital Horse UK, you'll see our jade head and you'll know it's us.
Amazing, thank you. How about you, Charlotte?
I have my own website as well, so that's www.fruitbattextiles.co.uk. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram at Fruit Bat Textiles. I'm also on Twitter, just without the S on the end. And yeah, that's pretty much me.
Thank you. And how about you, Teresa?
In real life, depending on stress levels, you find me in the corner rocking when things are a bit stressful. But social media wise, I am on Facebook and I am on Instagram at Teresa Lewis Art, and I have my own website, which is www.teresalewisart.co.uk.
Amazing. Thank you so much, ladies. That's been fab.